Hello people, so it has been almost a year for RenRa to air, but if you haven't even tried to listen to it yet, then here I am to tell you 23 reasons on why you should listen or tune in to RenRa. First of all, the basic question, what is RenRa? RenRa stands for Renjun Radio, which airs on TBS eFM YouTube channel at 9 p.m. KST or 7 p.m. here in Western Indonesian time. Second question, why is it in 23 reasons? Because 23 is Renjun's birthday, as simple as that actually. So if we are clear with that, let's get into the first reason, shall we? The first reason is pretty obvious and cliche actually, because you'll get to hear Renjun's voice every single night. Okay, why is it? Because I think that he got some kind of soothing voice that, as in my personal experience, I am having a pretty hard time to sleep no matter how busy I was that day, no matter how packed my schedule for that day, no matter how tired I am, I can't easily fall asleep at night, and that's been disturbing my whole day or whole week as general. And after hearing his voice and listening to his encouragement, also advices, I got to sleep like a lot better actually, a lot easier at night, and it helped me to get relaxed at the end of the day. So I thank God for RenRa. The second reason which made him the best boy that we knew is because you'll get to hear how Renjun really respected a woman's feeling. He basically stated that ghosting is a very wrong thing to do. So a listener sent a story about how her boyfriend was ghosting on her, and the guest on RenRa that day pretty much defended the boyfriend who was ghosting on the listener. And after that, Renjun said the girl might got even more hurt. I think that's something really hurtful and a very rude thing to do. I will put the link of the video on the description box below. I'm gonna let you know how frustrated Renjun really sound when the guest defended the boy. So make sure to check it. And I also want to tell you guys that a social rejection in a form of ghosting in this case could really harm the victim. It will give a serious effect towards the victim's psychological and physical health that cannot be taken lightly. And I will put the link for the journal and also the receipt on my description box, so don't forget to check it. The third reason is you will get a lot of comfort by the end of the day, because as you might have guessed that RenRa is a type of radio that accepts people's story and got read by Renjun himself, and Renjun often gave his personal opinion regarding the matters. And most of the time actually Renjun gave a lot of comfort for those of you who already worked very hard and eventually got tired. In the end of the day, it's like a reminder for us who needed it. The fourth reason is you'll get to hear how Renjun really stated that a joke could literally hurt someone else's feeling, which I agree so bad and relate to the deepest downside of my heart. For example, when you joke about your friends' appearances, such as their face, their body weight, their height, or their skin colors, those might be funny to you, but that could be their biggest insecurity. So I really think it's really right to be careful about our joke. As for me, I've been bullied, been called pig, fat, and those nicknames when I was in a public senior high school. I remember how I cried every day. It was very hurtful and a discouraging experience for me. But thank God for the people who have been always loving me just the way I am. They accept me for who I am, and I eventually came back into my feet after a long process of crying, getting hurt and angry of course, and I love myself, including my body, more than ever before. The fifth reason, you will get a lot of encouragement actually, whether it is about loving our own self or accepting our body, which touch my heart the deepest, and expressing our own feelings such as love and the other feeling as well. And then Renjun will also remind us to take a good care for the people around us. As for me, focusing on ourselves I think is good, but don't let that focus sit still on ourselves, we should really think about other people as well and let them know that we're going to be there for them if they ever need us. The seventh reason, Renjun will also remind us to be responsible of our choice of what we did in a context of Renjun have been wanted to have a pet, but he realized that having a pet comes with a greater responsibility, like having a child, so you should think it wisely before you made a decision. And I'm completely agree with Renjun on this point because I think abandonment is a very cruel thing a person could do. For the next one, I'm going to share you guys one of my favorite quote from Renjun, which he stated that imperfection is also a sort of beauty as well. Okay, when I listen to this, I actually teared up a bit because I'm honestly the kind of person who wants a lot of things that I do to be perfect, but when it went wrong, I blame myself a lot, and sometimes I kept on pushing myself to achieve that perfection until I got physically or emotionally sick, and I think it's very unhealthy. So with this quote, I realized that are also people who can see a beauty in an imperfection, and that fact itself is very comforting. Reason number 9, you will get a reassurance that even though you're now going slowly, little by little, step by step, is also a progress. And that pace actually might be the best road for you to achieve what you're striving for. Number 10, you will get a reassurance that there is nothing such as too late to try. As long as you have the courage to try and do something, the fact itself is already amazing. The next reason is there was an episode of Renjun encouraging us to express our feelings by talking to other person or thinking the thing that made you happy. He will also remind you that there always be a silver linings in life. Okay, moving on to Renjun really remind us that inner beauty such as good attitude, good manners really matters the most. In a viewable radio, you'll got to see Renjun being a whole mood, Renjun spinning around with Lan Lan's shoulder bag. She's very kind and patient though, like thank you so much for putting up with Renjun, and you'll get to see Renjun smile and laugh. That literally made my life a lot better. Renjun's twinning with the mic, I don't know the reason. Renjun lip syncing to Into the End. Renjun the breath, look at his cheeks. Renjun putting on his coat, Renjun waving his hand and preparing to go, Renjun giving us love. And last but not least, you'll get to see the July 6, 2020 version of Randy. What a blessing. Lastly, because RenRa is airing in a little bit of Korean, which I could understand, and mainly airing in Chinese, which I could not understand at all, I want to thank all of those translators who translated the conversation to help us understand in real time. Thank you so much for your hard work. Let's continue to support Renjun with his music and also activities. 그리고 런쥔아, 내 힘이 되줘서 고마워. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to tune in to RenRa. Okay.